So guys, what's going on? Instant match reaction. Manchester United 2, Nottingham Forest 0. And how good was that performance from Manchester United today? 3 really important points considering the results yesterday. We had to win this game. Newcastle losing and dropping points. Bournemouth beating Spurs as well. So this game was a must win for Manchester United. But the most pleasing thing for me was that performance today, because there were so many question marks going into the game. Losing Martinez until the end of the season, losing Rafael Varane, no Rashford. How was it going to affect the side today? Lindelof and Maguire coming back into the squad now until the end of the season. Are we going to see loads of mistakes? But no, today was absolutely brilliant and we saw everything we needed to today. So I'm really happy with that. Let's talk about Christian Eriksen coming into the side. Was not even meant to be in the side today. Sabat got injured in the warm-up, pulled his groin, I think. Similar injury to Marcus Rashford. You're thinking, oh, not this again. We've just lost Martinez. We just lost Varane. We have about 40 players out at the moment, and then Sabat gets injured. But Eriksen stepped in, and he was fantastic today. Him and Bruno are pulling the strings in the midfield, having Casemiro and Eriksen back together in the middle. How good was that to see, considering how we had to watch the likes of McTominay playing the side, Fred playing the side together week in, week out. It was so good to see, and we dominated Forest today. And I said in the preview that I expected to win this game. I knew it was going to be difficult, but at the end of the day, it was a very easy performance today from Manchester United. But it was just really good to see, because I said in the preview, these players needed to step up now. Maguire and Lindelof, there can't be no messing about. There can't be no silly mistakes anymore. We're coming to the point in the season where they have to be on top of their game. And fair play to them. They were both really good today, especially Lindelof was one. I've always rated Lindelof as a player, maybe not alongside Maguire, but he did a real good job today. And Maguire, for his credit, we always have to credit these type of players when they come into the side. We may not like them, they may not deserve a spot in the team, but when they play well like they did today, they may not have had to do too much, but it was a good performance, so you have to appreciate that. And we're not talking about Casemiro today. It wasn't a bad performance, but again, it didn't need to be today, because you had other players in that side doing the things we needed to do. Eriksen, Bruno, as I've said, brilliant today. Anthony, that was his best game I've seen him play in a Manchester United shirt. How good was Anthony today? To get that goal, I was really happy for him. Over the last couple of weeks or so, he's been really improving. He really has. And again, that goal today, I think it was needed for him. Again, that assist as well for the second goal. Running through, spotted the gap, played in Dalot. And of course, I think they're good mates as well, because you saw the celebration together. So I was really happy for him to get an assist and a goal today, and just prove the haters wrong, because he is a very good player and he has loads of time to improve, and he's improving every single game at the moment. So really happy for him. But I'm just happy for the team as well, because as I said, losing Martinez and Varane would have affected that team, but they went to the City ground today. They went out there, they were professional, they put in a good performance, and again, we got the 3 points, and that's massive for me, because there's been so many times in the past where similar teams around us have dropped points and we haven't responded to that. We've lost a game, we've drawn a game, silly results, silly mistakes causing us to lose the game. But today, as I said, we dominated the game from minute 1 to minute 90. We were so impressive, and I'm just happy to see a lot of things coming back into the team now. As I've said, Eriksen and Casemiro back together. That's gonna breed a lot of confidence for the squad now, knowing that, or for the defense as well, knowing they've got those two in the midfield together again. So really happy with that. But how did you guys think that game went today? Because they answered a lot of questions today. They really did. They didn't let anything affect them. Injuries, losing Rashford, that was also a massive question mark. How are they going to respond to that? Can the attacking line step up? And Anthony proved that today, and he did step up. And I think Eriksen coming back into the side, as I said, was just a massive bonus for us. Wasn't even meant to be playing, and probably arguably putting a man in the match performance. There's so many man in the match candidates today for me. That's how good that performance was. So really good to see, especially after that severe nightmare that we had in midweek. I was going to say it was going to be a bad week for Manchester United, but it ended up being a really positive one, considering the circumstances, what happened yesterday with different results, and again, things affecting Manchester United. But really happy with that. The players were very professional today. But let's get into the team. So David De Gea was in net. Maguire, Lindelof, Wan-Bissaka and Diego Dalot. I was thinking, where's Malacia in the side, because he normally plays left back, but he decided to play Dallo left back today, which ended up being a very, very smart decision because Dallo went on and scored the winner, and that's his first Premier League goal, I think. So I'm really happy for Diego Dallo because he's been really, really good this season, and ever since that World Cup, he's not looked the same player. So maybe to get that goal, that will actually help him out quite a lot. So hopefully it does, because when he is on top of his game, he's a really, really important player for us. So really happy for him to get that goal. You can see the fans are love for him as well. Really happy with him. So we'll get onto the player ratings a bit later. But that was a defence going into the game, and I was worrying a bit. I'm not gonna lie, seeing Maguire and Lindelof, I was thinking, it's going to be one of these days, isn't it? But as I've said, they stepped up today and they needed to, and they're going to need to in the next 8 or 9 games, however many games we've got left, because we've got so many important games coming up in our schedule in the next few weeks or so, and ones we need to win as well. But just to increase that gap a bit on Spurs, with a game in hand also on them, was really good. And again, Newcastle losing, we had to win this game today. The midfield, it was meant to be Eriksen, I think Sabitzer and Casemiro. Not Eriksen, it was meant to be Sabitzer, Casemiro and Bruno in that midfield, but Sabitzer got injured, so Eriksen slotted into his normal position alongside Casemiro, Bruno playing a bit more forward, which I think would really help Bruno today, because Bruno dominated that game. They were just allowing him so much space, and he was playmaking really well with Martial, and again, as soon as he got on the ball, you know we were going to create chances, because you know what Bruno Fernandes is about. Every time he picks up the ball, there's not one doubt in his mind what he's going to do. He knows what he's going to do. He's going to play that right ball, and we're going to get a chance and potentially score. So I don't know why they wanted to give him so much space today, because we know how good he can be, and he was brilliant today. Dominated the game alongside Christian Eriksen. And as soon as you win a midfield battle against this type of team, you know you're going to go on and win it, because you are going to create a ton of chances when they're allowing you that much space. But that was the midfield, and then it was the front three of Martial, Antony, and Jadon Sancho. And again, that was expected because there was no Rashford, there was no no Sabitzer because of injury. There was no Garnacho, he's still injured. Our injury list is like 40 players, as I've said. So that was a team going into the game, and it was a very comfortable first half for Manchester United. I mean, getting that goal was really, really important before half time. Antony getting it as well from really good play from Bruno Fernandes, played it into Martial, and it went straight to Antony from the rebound. And as I've said, really happy for Antony to get that goal, because that was coming for me. And he just, he flew off that goal. As soon as he scored that, he was everywhere today. He was so confident on the ball. He should have had another goal, or even a hat-trick today if all his chances went in. Also got an assist as well. So yes, Nottingham Forest didn't really offer anything at all throughout the whole 90 minutes, which was quite weird, because they are normally quite good at the City ground. They do normally create a few chances. Another clean sheet for David De Gea, step closer to that golden glove. How good would that be for him? But yeah, as I've said, really comfortable, really, really easy, really professional performance. And it was just really, really good to see today. And that's the main thing for me. The performance, I wanted to be good. I was questioning it because of, as I've said, circumstances around us. But yeah, we stepped up there massively. And that's credit to Ten Hag, credit to the team today. And again, they did that for Martinez, they did that for Varane today, because they stepped up massively. So let me know your thoughts down below. But let's get on to the player ratings. David De Gea for me, clean sheet, but did nothing really. Had nothing to do at times, to be fair. I thought his distribution at times, it was a bit dodgy. But again, he made up. He was commanding in his box today. Won everything he needed to, so we'll just give him a 6 today. Clean sheet, good performance from David De Gea. Diego Dallo for me gets a 7. Really, really good from him. Playing that left back today, wasn't too sure how it was going to go. Not his normal position, but again, really, really good today. Got that goal, made a really good run inside, and again, it was a good finish. It was a striker's finish in a way, just chipping over the keeper, finishing off the game, making it 2-0. So yeah, Diego Dallo gets a 7 from me. We'll give Maguire and Lindelof both, and actually, we'll give Maguire a 6, and we'll give Lindelof a 7. I thought Lindelof was just a bit better than Maguire today. Maguire in that first half, when he got that yellow card, I was fearing for my life, because we know what he's like. Getting that early, you're never asking for anything like that, are you? So he was shaky at times, but again, can't really question it, because he did step up to the bit. He did have a good performance alongside Lindelof. So yeah, I'm going to give 6 and a 7. And then Wan-Bissaka for me, I'm going to give a 7 as well. I thought he was really, really good today. Again, going forward, he was much better than he was against Sevilla, which was really good to see, because we know he has improved his game going forward a bit, hasn't he? So that's really good to see. And again, I thought, he's making some good runs in good areas. He was getting spotted, and again, played well today. So for me, yeah, 7. Casemiro, we'll give him a solid 7. I thought, wasn't anything to shout about. We're normally mentioning how good he was, the balls he's playing, how good he was in that midfield. But because Eriksen and Bruno were so good, we just didn't have to mention him today, because he was doing his job without anyone really noticing today. So For me, Casemiro gets a 7. It's really good to have him back into the side. It really, really is. He just offers us so much, and he just makes everyone around him a lot better, because you just feed off that, don't you? You feed off that one player, that one experienced player who, you can rely on all the time, and it just makes everyone around him really, really play well. So for me, yeah, we'll give Casemiro a 7. Eriksen, for me, I'm going to give an 8, and I'm also going to give Bruno Fernandes an 8 today. As I said, both of them dominated the game today. The amount of space they were getting, and again, they both could have had a couple of assists each, to be fair, if we finish our chances. So, and as I've said, as soon as you get Eriksen and Bruno involved in the game, you become a very, very dangerous side, especially with Anthony in behind Jadon Sancho. Even if Rashford was there, we could have had a couple more goals today. But yeah, both of them were absolutely brilliant today, and especially Eriksen, who wasn't even meant to be playing today. He just slotted in, and as I've said, arguably was or could be a man of the match today. Yeah, really happy with him, and to have Eriksen and Casemiro back, as I've said, I'm really happy with that. That's got to stay there this season now. So yeah, I'll give him both an 8. I thought Anthony is going to get a 9 today, and he's going to be my man of the match. Really, really good to see how he's improved going forward, and how he's coming along over the last couple of weeks or so. And again, I think he's a confidence player. He's one of those players which, as soon as he gets a goal, he's going to be on top of his game. He really is, and he showed that today. He got the goal. He could have had a couple more assists. He got that 1 assist at the end, and again, he was just really confident today. There were a few times where dodgy touches, dodgy decisions, but you're always going to get that with Anthony, aren't you? So, I mean, you can't complain too much. Best performance in the Manchester United shirt. I think it's only going to get better as well. So, really, really good from him. My man of the match today. I'm going to give him a 9. Sancho, I'm going to give a 6 as well. Again, should have scored at the start of the game, to be fair, to put us 1-0 up. Unlucky not to score that one, to be fair. And again, his playmaker was really good today. He was making some good runs in behind. He was connecting well with Martial. And again, he just looked a lot better than he has been over the last couple of weeks or so. So, hopefully he can step up now, because he is going to have to, because you don't know how long Rashford will be out for. And again, we'll come into that time in the season now where we just have to have everyone on top of their game, and hopefully Sancho can be one of those players as well. So for me, yeah, I'll give him a 6, but it wasn't better. He definitely can improve. We know it's there. We know he can become that world-class player that we know he is, but yeah, we'll not talk more about it in another video, but yeah, I'm going to give him a 6. And then Anthony Martial wasn't really involved too much in the game today. He got that one chance, to be fair, which of course ended up being a goal from Anthony tapping it in after the rebound. But again, that playmaking that he has in his Arsenal is really, really good. I think the hold-up play is what I really like as well, because with Weghorst, we know he can't hold up the ball. We know he can't dribble with it. Martial's got all of that in one, all in his game. He can dribble, he can create, he can score goals. And again, we're going to need him at striker for the rest of the season for me, because he's definitely our best chance of goals after Marcus Rashford, and hopefully he returns back soon, because those two can really link up well. But yeah, Eric Ten Hag for me today gets a solid 8 as well. Picked the right team. There were question marks going into the game. Playing Maguire and Lindelof back at centre back again. How was that going to go? Were we going to see mistakes? Were the team going to crumble, losing Martinez, losing Varane? No Rashford, but no, he stepped up. He won the game comfortably, and we saw a good performance. So for me, guys, really happy with that. Let me know your thoughts down below, guys. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to smash it a like. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. But anyway, guys, I'm really happy today. That's a really good end to my week. Hopefully it is yours as well. But yeah, that's me done, and I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.